What up? Hello. How are you? How am I? How are we? How's it going? And I need to confirm that the on-screen chat is working today. So I see the illustrious Confused Strawberry, and I'm not seeing them on here. Awesome. Fuck yeah. Let's see. I think I know why that is. I tried something, and I didn't try it hard enough, I guess. What up, Delphi? How you doing? Welcome. Let's see. We just gotta run this little guy. This little light of mine, let it shine, you know? You know what I'm saying? Just a little light of yours. And really fast, we're going to switch over to the critical eyes because I know that one works. Whoa, we're on a whole different place. Let's see. Is it working? I don't know. Let's test. Yeah, that one works. There we go. I thought so. So we're just going to grab it from there. Then we're going to right on back. Hey, and we're back. And we do a classic select all paste. And I think that should now function. There we go. Perfect. Never a doubt in the world. I knew it would work. First try every time. That's just how these things go. Welcome. Hello. What are we doing today? Something that someone suggested during stream. And I heard their suggestion. I thought about it. I marinated on it. And I was like, that sounds like a good bit of fun. So I'm not going to mince any more words. We're going to get into it. Oh, the what are you doing today didn't work. Motherfucker. So it just says test. Here, 1 second. I gotta let you all know what we're doing today, and I'll type it as I say it. We are turning the Critical Role logo into a D&D battle arena. Just in case someone can't read the title. Hey, it happens. I'm not here to judge. All right. And that is white on yellow. Not great. Let's go ahead and get that nice and black. And then I think we're pretty good to go. I might throw it in bold. Yeah, sure. That works. Okay. So where to begin? And this is, I guess, a general note that if you say something in a stream, I might just do it. But also, if you say something in a stream and I don't do it, that doesn't mean that I didn't like it. I might be saving it. Or it might just not be feasible. Who knows? But what we are going to do... And we need a code word with which to talk about it, at least for the intro, the time being. So let's think. Is this? No, it's not working. Text size adjustment. Whoa. Okay, that one got all wacky and wonky really fast. We're just going to call it the critical arena. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds good enough. And just so that you don't forget what it looks like, if you didn't know what it looked like, much like I didn't, which you would think I would know at this point, but somehow it has eluded me. Ooh, and that's a transparent background, which makes it very hard to see on screen, I'm realizing. Wait. Hey, there we... Actually, wait. we'll just put it right up here. That's perfect. I mean, it's teeny tiny, but you get the gist. And we're also going to drag and drop that into here. Oh, and you cannot see it at all because of the background colors. Shit. I don't know if you know, but there is a thing there. Shit. All right, we're gonna have to go light mode. I hate light mode just as much as the next person, but actually, you know what? I don't want to ever work in light mode. So I will edit the image itself to make sure I don't have to. The Colosseum? I like the Colosseum. Never mind, that sounds bad. Nah. It sounds perfect. I like it. The Colosseum. Nah, that's perfect. Am I going to use the letters too? Potentially, we'll see. I will modify it however it turns out that I need to. I also just realized that I didn't put in the new chat code. There we go. I may or may not, we'll see. I have some initial thoughts on what I might do with this. But whatever it ends up, can I just, no, I can't. Look, I had a thought. We'll see how it actually ends up going, but I have some initial thoughts on what I might do. So I'm just gonna put this into white really quick, and then, oh, perfect. Critical Role logo 2017 black. This is now white. There we go. And that's just in downloads. Perfect. And then, wait, there we go. Perfect. A little bit, lost a little bit of fidelity on the quick edit, but that's fine. I doubt you guys can even see it. All right. So, we are going to have to think about what these letters mean within the terms of like an arena, What does that even look like? And we'll have to figure out what this arena is. Now, I think my first instinct is one that I'm not going to go with. Because my very first instinct when looking at this is it's some type of building or complex, and then we can kind of extend out the rooms and such to fill in that complex, appropriately. But oh no, the pen isn't working again. How did that even happen? 90. Oh, wait. I got it. There we go. It's working now. Beautiful. There we go. So the only reason that I don't like doing a big kind of complex building of any kind is because I think that slightly limits the settings and context that you're going to be able to see this in. Now, when we're absolutely at the finish, I'm going to strip out a lot of the flavor so that you guys can just, transport kind of the lines onto whatever you're wanting to put it into. But it still helps me to have kind of an idea of the flavor going into it. So I'm thinking something natural. Because unless you're on what's the word? Not a conurbation, not a megalopolis. Coruscant from Star Wars. one of the planet-wide cities. You're going to have at least some nature. You're going to have some natural environments. So I like having that in my head at the very start. A garden labyrinth could work like a hedge maze. Yeah, I could absolutely see a labyrinth for this. I think that one of the very first, kind of big things that I think we see here is is obviously the D20. I think it's like the D20 in the words. I think that the sword kind of falls out. But even with the D20, the inner lines are de-emphasized. So our big lines are this outer hexagonal shell, which immediately makes me think of walls of some kind, which is why my first thought was like a compound. But it can also work as maybe a constructed plaza, or maybe a gardens. I think a garden labyrinth is coming even more into this, because I think that this very strict hexagonal structure, I think to us at least, speaks man-made. Obviously, hexagons are all over nature, but not really on like human size scales, at least super consistently. Now this could work as, maybe something shrunk down, but I like in general the kind of garden sort of garden and or potentially like labyrinth type ideas. Oh, and I really want to lock that in place. Aha, there we go. Can't escape me forever. So let's trace our lines really quick. So these we want to really emphasize. So I'm kind of going over them a little bit thicker. And then we've got these lines that I think are definitely important and impactful. All of these straight lines. Then I think the really big thing about the sword is its presence as like a horizontal divider. So we're going to really emphasize that in our lines. All right. And then the letters. Now, pretty instantly, pretty big space. So I think we're going to and I don't even know if you guys can tell how much I'm drawing over it. You'll be able to tell very easily once I pull away the image. But I think we're going to kind of merge the C into the R and sort of lock that off as its own little circular space. And then I like this, the actual R, as a bit more of like an 8 sort of shape. A little bit more. And then we have this sort of symmetry with the eyes, which is obviously, very purposeful on their part, which I like. But I kind of like just merging it into the sword, so making this area a little bit thicker. So something like that. And then merging. I still like keeping. Ooh, actually. Then maybe this eye merges all the way out into another circular space that we have with the C. And then I almost see this A kind of jumping out the page at you a little bit. I see it kind of, it's a tower type look to it. Zero G Arena. I mean, Zero G Arena sounds fucking fun. I don't know how doable it is. How doable it is for me to represent, at least. So we're gonna outline kind of that pyramid structure, and then last one with the L. I think I'm going to extend the L, make it kind of a boxy looking thing. And we're going to see what those lines look like from there. And then with the R, again, I think I'm liking a lot of these like little circular, and the O right here. We can do another circle. I don't know if these circles maybe are going to be higher ground or platforms that we've got to, jump to or jump between. But I like making a lot of them very circular, as like almost a theme. We'll see how much of a theme it actually ends up looking like, or whether it just looks random. All right. And then kind of connecting all of that into a boxy looking shape. And I think that's it. Let's see what it looks like. So we'll move all of this off. Okay, so immediately, it's generally recognizable. But we've lost a lot of the actual critical roleness there. Which is perfectly fine with me. We're going to solidify that circle a bit more. Oop. Uh-oh. Don't select beyond that. There we go. We're going to solidify this circle a bit more. And that line a bit more. Okay. So now let's fill in some gaps so that there's more kind of clear zones. Okay. A little bit there, a little bit there. And then, yeah, we're not going to have any gaps between these two, I don't think. The circles just kind of press into each other there. And then we obviously have this central one that I think we'll fill in. We'll see. Maybe I'll unfill it later. Then we have this, and another circle up here that I think I want to have an interior. I'm just right now going, this is all purely vibes based. I have no thought or plan or any sort of thing there. Okay. But it's very purely vibes based. So I really like these separating lines. Going to hone them a little bit more. Okay. Now, this is something that I think we can more largely work with, Yeah, the Coruscant brought sci-fi to mind. Probably not doable for today, but Ember game style thing would be fun for someone someday. Ooh, it would be. I can definitely see what you're saying there, yeah. Okay. So, first things first, let's generally think about the regions that we have here and what that might mean. So we have we almost have a region in kind of a fourth. No, where's my undo? There it is. No. So we have kind of this green region over here. We have these two kind of separated regions from the entire rest of the map, which I don't love. So I'll want to do something with them to kind of elevate them a little bit. Maybe literally. We'll see. And then we have a region. Oh, actually, fuck. Before I go drawing all the region lines, I need to group and lock all of the original lines. Gotta undo everything. There we go. All right. So next, let's group these all together. So group selection. Sweet. So this now acts as one image. There we go. That's all I needed. All right. And so we'll do that again. So we kind of have region there, region there, region there. There's kind of nothing down here. I guess I didn't need that last line. Okay. Now, the next regions get a little bit trickier. And as we go about the building process, some of them might merge. Some of them might get deleted entirely. We are going to see. And honestly, I'm almost seeing a sort of pit-like structure. Almost. So, as I'm kind of pushing these out, these kind of diagonal sections that are being formed by the kind of outside of the D20, I am sort of... Oh, wait, I missed a line. I missed a line right there. No wonder it seemed a little bit off. I was like, these lines, it looks like weirdly asymmetrical, because it is weirdly asymmetrical. I just totally skipped one of the lines. There we go. Makes way more sense now. Okay, so let's get rid of that region then. Okay. Now we're talking. I kind of see these as all one region. And then we have that in there. This cutting off that. And then that all in one. And then there are kind of some sub areas. So this isn't really distinct. I like all of this kind of being its own area, maybe except for this little pocket. I kind of like separating off all of these circles into their own areas that need to be like entered and exited separately, you know, or at least have some unique feature to them. And then I don't know about this. This is a little bit weird. And I thought it was going to be weird when I drew it. And I am... No! I'm proving myself right. Let's see. Oh, wait. The first thing I need to do... Well, not the first thing. We're well past the first thing, I think, at this point. We're going to drag... Oh, no. Damn it. Oh, yeah. There we go. So I need to drag that off and bring my white line over there to add to the cacophony. So we need to group these guys. Group. And then we can drag it all back on. There we go. Okay. Let's see. If you want vector drawing map, Inkscape is free, but not super beginner friendly. No, because ultimately the lines are less important than the eventual nodes that we make, and this software in particular I love for moving nodes around while still having them connected. So, okay. Now... let's take this off. And group selection. Perfect. Okay. So we're kind of going down the abstraction levels. Now, is that little skinny corridor interesting or not? I'm going to go with interesting for now. Although, oh, actually, no, I don't think it is. After further inspection of the evidence, I don't think it will make sense. So we're going to do a little tiny cut right there. All right. The rest of it, though, I like. I think the rest of it's good. So then we'll have a region over there just to enclose the entire map in there. In there, and these lines that I'm adding don't really matter. because what we're going to do now is start messing around with some nodes. What up, Albie? How you doing? Okay. So we've got the separated segments of our map. These are each going to be segments that have unique properties about them. And transitioning between them should be a noticeable difference. You know, we don't want transitions within our region or between regions to be substantial oh my gosh, I'm getting all confused. We don't want transitioning between regions to feel negligible. There needs to be a reason to be in one versus another. There we go. Let's see. Interesting interpretation of the CR logo. Are you using the CR logo, the Geeks and Sundry one? This one. I just Googled Critical Role logo. And now we're abstracting it all the way down. All right. So now, I don't have them added yet. That's fine. We will make them live. That is the CR logo. Sick. Okay. Now, I don't want it to be red. We want just our normal kind of run-of-the-mill nodes. So we're going to do that. And let's see. There we go. White background. So these are going to be just our standard areas. Nothing really that special about them. And then these are going to be our obstacles. There we go. These are going to be our interesting nodes. And even though I hate it, these are going to be treasure. Even though I am bad about remembering to put treasure into my maps, but we're gonna do it because I'm being a good boy on stream. Let's see. All right, and then we have our actual transitions. I don't like using directionals, so like you can use these arrowheads. I don't like using them. I don't know what side of the map my players are going to come in on, so I want to be prepared, you know? I want to be prepared for whatever I think they might throw at me. And so, you know, thinking about my map in terms of direction, I think limits my flexibility a lot on it. And so here we've got a normal path, a obstacle path, or a challenging path. There are also shortcuts. I will not be using them because it's a battle arena, so shortcuts don't really make sense to me on it. So the first thing I'm kind of seeing here is I like the idea of this entire kind of inner triangle being like a sunken in pit. I kind of mentioned that, but to me it looks very much like there's high ground, there is this sunken in pit, and then there are things within the pit going on. And immediately I'm seeing like a viewing platform. So very accessible from the high grounds, but maybe a little bit more walled off from the pit itself. So, yeah, I'm thinking... What are we thinking here? Epic, where do they enter? Good point. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Yeah, so now what I'm just looking at this, my process is not as scientific. This is the more chaotic part of the process. So we'll say thinner or like less, squiggles means higher. So I'm seeing a triangle that's very low. Then I'm seeing the surrounding area being much thicker or being much, much higher. And I'm also not even sure, right now the kind of sunken pit is giving kind of Colosseum type battle map vibes, which it could be. And then we have the even higher viewing platform. So this should be like nearly white. So from the high ground, it's easier to get in here. Maybe a tower of some sort. Now, I could see the entryway being this guy right here. I could see that. I think, okay. So yeah, I'm seeing like this is all high ground. And we'll need to have special things because we can't just have it be surrounded with totally boring high ground. Like, these will need to have some stuff to them. But for now, and then we have like viewing platforms. So this is, Caesar sitting there giving the thumbs up or the thumbs down, sideways, whatever. I'm kind of picturing up there. And then we'll go with this as the entry for now. And by entry, that would imply an underground tunnel to the exterior. Now, we're already going to be playing enough with verticality that I don't think I want to involve anything underground. This is already, I think if we keep it purely above ground, then, oh, wait. Okay, I could see some options here, actually. This could be like partial vertical cover in this entire region. Maybe a metal grate. Something like that. Like partial, like half cover. But only from above. So if you're, within it. So then it's more of like an aura or a region. Because I don't want to do underground. Oh, but then could you stand on it? I wouldn't want you to stand on it. Maybe it's an awning. So you can still pretty clearly see people through it, but you obviously wouldn't be able to stand on it. Water obstacles? We could have some water obstacles in here. I like inserting water into a map. Yeah, I like sticking with that for now as partial vertical cover. And then I'm debating about what to do with these. I almost like kind of a stepping stone type thing out of the arena and onto the high ground. But I don't know how much diegetic sense that makes if we're making this into an arena. So these could be pools. These could be pools of water. All three of these. But they could have different properties. One of them's salt water. One of them's, I don't know, vodka. Maybe instead of water, we'll put liquids. These are pools of liquid. Who knows what kind? Not the players until they investigate. Okay. And then I think this is just kind of open ground. I think that makes the most sense. Now, these two. They could also both be open ground. They could. I kind of like open ground for that. Oh no, there's orange on the inside. Stop it. I kind of like open ground for that one. But this one, I'm feeling some sort of way about. I don't know. What is the objective in this arena? You mentioned viewing platforms, so is it just a gladiator match where we're working together like the D&D movie? I don't know yet. We're putting together something that may feel right with the lines that I am thinking about. And then we're going to transport it into a node map, and then we're going to see what the node map looks like. Because that might reveal some potential objectives. What if one of the water pools is a sleeping water elemental? Could be. Very much could be. We're getting too detailed. We gotta stay general. This could be an even lower ground. Low ground. It's like sinking away. So this is like high ground. These are all high ground. And then this is a part of the pit that is sinking away. And maybe the dirt is even like a little bit loose there, a little bit looser, maybe a little bit more available from old earth, but that's getting too specific. Okay. Now, with that, let's see. Let's see if we can now think about... So, okay. At the moment, we've got... I'm going to lock these. I wish there was a key command, or there was a hotkey to lock. There's not. I've looked. First we group, then we lock. Okay. So right now, at the moment, all of these high grounds, nice and neutral. Same thing with the open ground. Basically, all of our individual nodes are going to start off white, and then we connect them, and we see if there are any good opportunities. But we have to connect them first in ways that make sense for what we set out to do. So, we've got our nodes. Now, there is a bit of an obstacle. Okay, we'll connect that there and that there. Is that connected? Yeah, it is. All right. So there's an obstacle between these high grounds and this segment of cover because we defined it that way. So we're going to put two obstacle paths between them, and we're going to dot both of them to indicate that there's a significant verticality change. Shouldn't it be into the stream title? Uh-oh. Maybe. Into? I actually don't know the difference between into and into. Into versus into. The main difference between into... Oh, this is AI. Yeah. Use into to describe where something is, going inside something else. Use into based on the verb that comes before it. Something is going inside of something else? I wouldn't say this is going inside of something else. I think I'm going to stick with the two separate words. I don't know, honestly. I am not an English fella. I'll be real. But... All right, now the question. So that's their defining characteristic, right? Is that this is an obstacle. Now we have to think about, are we going to consider the other ones like normal paths primarily or challenging paths? I think that the ones between the high grounds and the even lower ground are definitely challenging. Although, verticality is a little bit weird in this case because it does provide a substantial challenge that is kind of hard to overcome, but can definitely be. I think I'll stick with those for that. And then we'll go with just normal, just normal paths, but with the vertical difference. And then that'll all be the same. I might need to, there might be some changes that happen with some of that, but I think we can do it for now. What up, Michael? I studied English language a while back, but I am wrong. Dude, English is weird. That's why when you said it, I was like, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to use it. All right, then we connect all of these on the outside. And I do I want this to be separated? I think I do. I think this guy is going to be very separated from anything but this guy. I like it to be very on its own. Because it's, the main way into the outside world. And then we're going to do that. We might need some more I might have missed a couple of vertical markers, but we'll see. That there. That goes there. And then I want there to be basically no way to get into the viewing platform. Ooh, actually, maybe you can get into the viewing platform from the lower bit. Ooh. Wait. That could be kind of interesting. So we have a lower thing right there with an obstacle. Hi, Bird. Bird is harumphing at me. Yeah, and then something got fucked up with that line. I don't know what it was. We have two normal lines between these two high grounds. Okay. With no other access otherwise. And then we have this. I'm going to have to put the connection off to the side because it'll look so weird otherwise. All right. There we go. And that to there as well. And now this into here. This into here. And by the way, I'm just connecting anything that where their borders touch, if that makes sense. So the main thing that I am concerned about is do they share a border when I'm throwing out these connections? And then the colors and the verticality, that is based on what we've been talking about and what I'm initially theorizing this map as. But we're going to see. I might get done with all the nodes, and the map might look like something totally different than I'm currently thinking about it as. So I'm trying not to get too married to the initial ideas, you know? Always want to leave possible room there. And then this Last one to there. And to there. Okay. Oh, I hope I didn't miss any. Let's see. Let's take it off. Okay. I don't think, and let's spread it out a little bit so that we can see it a little bit more clearly. And this is why I use this software, is for the easy realignment of nodes. Oh, these two on the sides aren't connected to each other. They certainly should be. Okay. And then we can push that guy way out. This low ground. This is the viewing platform. That's kind of upper left, upper right. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, and there should be 6. Yeah, okay. So, just get the 6 sides of the hexagon nice and spread out. And then we should be able to see the inner workings a little bit more clearly. Okay. What's going on? What are these? So this was the bottom high ground, which is connected to low ground. So this is the pool. Oh, the pools should absolutely be connected to each other. Okay. So we'll fix that. All right, pool there, perfect. Now, there's a lot going on in there, so we might have to think about expanding that a little bit, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of kind of centralized activity over here, which I think is good. We want to direct the players away from the ostensible exit in their everything, in their thoughts, in their dreams. So we're going to call this main exit. Oh, God, it's so small. There we go. And we connect that to there. Now, do we have any missing vertical connections? Oh, we do, right here. This one should be vertical. And I think that's it. All right, sweet. It kind of looks like HP 5 in the Department of Mysteries in the room with the Arch of Death. Oh, I can kind of see that. Yeah. I can kind of see that. Okay. So we want... Oh, man, it's tough. It's very tough because this ring around the rosy... Kind of like I talked about in the last Critical Eyes. You want for there to be a reason for people to go to different areas. And right now, the main reason to go to different high ground areas is to access different low ground areas. However, is that enough? That's kind of the primary question, is it enough? I think the first thing, and also, where's the easiest way up? Ooh, okay. I think this needs to be even harder to get to, but also very enticing. Very enticing. So make that red. This is the only white. You can either get to it through a challenging path. You can get to it by going the absolute long way. You know, in fact, actually, let's lean into this lower ground in general. I think there's going to be a general collapse in this region. This this little break is actually gonna be real. I'm gonna just delete that corner just entirely. We're just gonna completely get rid of it. So now, if the players want to get there, they need to go. If they want to get into here easily, then they need to go here. And what's in here, you might ask? It's a good question. Think it's got to be at least interesting with all the all the things kind of centered around it. It's got to be at least interesting. Now the road there, on the other hand, should be a bit more arduous. So I think... Oh, yeah, wait. So getting up to this one, easy over here. Don't want them to be able to get straight there that way. And let's put another challenging path over here. What will these challenging paths be? Who knows? We're gonna see later. But then you either have to get through the awning or you take the long way. I like the long way. And we're going to reward them very quickly for taking the long way. If they do. So we'll put a treasure down there. And now I need to rethink about this. So this guy encompasses the entire open area. I want this one to be boring. Boring. However, if you end up going this way, you will see that is hard. So you might go into there. I like putting an obstacle right here. If you don't look ahead, you're going to get funneled into danger. So we're rewarding them looking ahead. And then... let's just reorganize this a skosh. There we go. But there's a blocker here. So we have I want an easy path through. I definitely want there to be an easy path through. Oh, wait. I think these are connected to the wrong ones. Yeah. Because if this is the exit, and then this is the open area, this should not be connected to that. It should be connected like this, and then this should be like that, and that should be like that. So we're going to move that out of the way. That's the little pool of water. So now, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. And we've got these kind of twin waters over here. And them being in the center of this loop is kind of interesting. Definitely, like, we're very clearly driving a choice between the two. So I maybe even like putting some treasure there. We got to put some sort of hint that one of these is special and one of them is danger. But if you choose the right path, bunk, bunk, dunk, 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 you get rewarded. Now, this is a bit of a dead end, but to keep up interest, we throw an interesting note in there. And in fact, let's make it even a more explicit dead end. Let's surround it in obstacles. It is a one way in, one way out sort of situation, but there's something interesting there, so you don't feel totally fucked. And then for the last pool of liquid, we can make it interesting. And now, now I think right after we reward you with the treasure, we're going to immediately throw 2 obstacles in the way. These are also things you would encounter if you went the shortcut way, but it's even more difficult to contest them because you had to take a tough path either way on the way there. And then we have empty, empty. The main question is, should we throw a treasure or an interesting on one of these, or are we kind of good? Are we a little bit good? I think we might be good. I think that's okay. I think the way it is right now is perfectly fine. And we're gonna see how this goes. So let's map this then kind of back into our original kind of thought process. But we will change some things as we go. But we're just going to be kind of drawing behind it. So we'll group all of those together. And somehow our diamond got rotated. Oh no, the diamond didn't get rotated. It's the regions. That's right. Okay. So now, we did lose a lot of the wording in the middle. I think that's fine though. I think that's fine. Okay. Now we have this and that. So let's start deciding more explicitly what a lot of these things are. I mean, you can either just take this node map. I think this is an interesting node map just at base. I think the verticality is interesting. There's a very interesting flow, but your players are very able to subvert it if they want to. I would definitely run this if you want it to be like a super challenging encounter. At like lower than 5th level before they have like fly. Because even like a jump is cool here, but it's not going to bypass the entire thing. Well, actually it might, but only for a select few. I guess that's also the case with fly. I mean, this is, I think, a fun encounter until verticality stops mattering. Because there is kind of a point in the game where that happens. Unless you have like really distinct blockers to stop that, which you could always add here. But yeah, I think this is kind of cool, kind of interesting just at base. So now let's make it a little bit more detailed and see what we come back with to map onto our kind of original logo. So the very first thing is we'll kind of denote... Oh, actually, I forgot. This is low ground. So all of these... let me ungroup this. All of them should actually be vertical changes. So yeah, this is going to be very, very verticality dependent. Let's see. We're group selection. Boop. Okay. Oh, wait, can I edit individuals within it? I can. All right, sick. it makes them look weird and wonky, but that's fine. Okay. So the first thing, I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna hand draw it just because it helps me when thinking about like placements of things. So we've got the tower. Oh, whoops. We've got our tower here that's on the edge of this pit. The pit has a harmful thing here, which whoever said the water elemental, I think that's a perfect thing to put in there. So I love making that a water elemental. So we're going to zoom way in. And we're going to say, oh God, okay, too far in. That needs to, we need to be working at a slightly larger scale here, it appears. So we're going to delete that. Slightly larger scale. So then we have the pit. And over here we have viewing tower. Then we have a segment kind of here that is sunken arena, just broadly. Then we've got a pool. And we're going to call this the sleeping water elemental. Sleeping water elemental. Or something equivalent. Whenever we're doing this, feel free to, obviously swap things out as needed. And in here, we have some manner of reward. Now, I think the question is it a targeted reward or a generic reward? Hi. And you know what I'm going to make this? This is a pool of water where first person to enter pool. Gains or not gains, has the, or I don't know how to phrase it. It's like gains the benefits of the jump spell. Basically, comes under the effect of the jump spell. Comes under the effect of the jump spell. So we're giving them even more options with the verticality as their treasure. And I think that should be pretty easily discernible. So when we're describing this, we're talking about the water bubbling and roiling, almost as if it's boiling, but you feel no heat coming off of it. Something in that vein. Then we have kind of just an open area. Otherwise, so this is just normie. And then we have our kind of covered section. This is going to be covered from the high ground. Large, or oh, goodness gracious. Under a large awning or tarp that partially obscures visibility and inhibits movement, or I should say, movement to or from adjacent high ground. There we go. All right. Then we have, honestly, we could make it a bit more of an entry corridor almost, kind of following this line. Ooh, and that could actually be kind of interesting. Wait a second. That could be fun. This turns into an obstacle because we cut a little hole in the circle for the entryway. That's kind of neat. So, oh no. So we have kind of a box. What does the box look like? Right. Adjacent to that mostly. So I think we have kind of a box here. That then has a very thin corridor, and this is the actual like way in and out. There we go. Sort of a airlock type situation. But it is open air. There's no vertical covering. So you have to jump over it if you're getting from one high ground to another. Okay. And actually, we're going to extend that even further. And that just lets out. There we go. Just got home from one of 2 yearly in-person meetings. In-person sucks. I agree. I do not disagree. This already looks wild. I think it'll be fun when it's done. I think it'll be a good time. Now. We've got our main open area. I think this is like the big, broad fighting place. But because of that, I think I want to make... Ooh. Does that normie? Oh, this is just nothing special. Nothing special. I read it at Mimic at first, and I was intrigued by such a huge Mimic area. Yeah. Okay. I think I've got something. That's kind of interesting, and will, I think, harken back to the sword a little bit more. Ooh, but how is it going to mess with things? Well, really, the only thing it would do is cut the connection between those, which I'm okay with. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So follow me here. Because I think we're starting to get to the point where maybe we're getting a little bit away from recognizability on the logo. And I don't want us to get too far away from that. You know, I'm okay if it happens a little bit, but not too far away. But if we delete that there, we're going to make a skinny little area reminiscent of the sword that has a small pool up here, a little gurgling spring that then travels down and lets out. And it could even be fucking shaped like a sword. That's a cool feature in the middle of your badass battle arena. So we're going to have this be the sword pool. And the sword pool will go into a drain or a gutter somewhere under these high grounds over here. And that will be an alternate way into the arena. So if the party if you want to use this as more of like a planned encounter where they know that they're going to come here ahead of time, they could potentially plant people in the sewer or some things, what have you, to potentially do a bit of a surprise. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have the sword pool. Like that, like that. All the way down to there. And there isn't anything interesting about the sword pool. In fact, it might be incredibly shallow. It does count as maybe difficult terrain. Kind of who cares. But if you stand in it, ooh, is this too much? Am I doing too much here? Ooh, because I had a bit of an idea. No, I like it. Do I like it? I think I like it. I was debating a bit of I was thinking about the Feymerk croc that like put the confusion spell on, and it could be kind of interesting if you have to succeed on like a will save or wisdom or charisma or whatever. Or else you are tempted to follow the flow of the water. You have to spend all your movement following the flow. And it potentially... Is that too much, though? With the pools... Honestly, just making the water out to be, like, dangerous... Honestly... It's kind of all just enchanted water. So is that too much, or is that just a conceit? Let's see. Oh, will save, you say? Have you been cheating? No, I swear. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna work it more out, and we're gonna see. But in homage to Critical Role, I have to make some possessions type stuff. Let's see. I don't think we're going to be able to fit the description in there, so I'm going to have to kind of come out here. So, let's see. Sword spring. Spring, comma. Water is shallow. I don't think that's how you spell shallow. Whatever. And gentle. However, if you end your turn or just enter it. I think enter it. Because then if it's just Yeah, if you enter. Because then we have a little bit of reason to jump over things, which is kind of cool. However, if you enter, you must succeed. Also not how you spell succeed, I think. Maybe. No. Man, that one's a little bit more egregious. Have we established yet that I'm not good at spelling? No, that is. Let's go. You must succeed on a save or be compelled to follow the flow. The flow with the rest of your movement. And so I should also say enter or start your turn. Or start your turn in. There we go. Maybe add a third water feature, but in that one there's a reward to add to the confusion feel of the maze, but also reward perseverance. I totally agree. I think I like, because there's a water source here, the sleeping water elemental here, and then I think there will be another pool here that gives you the effect of the jump spell to then help with the verticality. I also think there's maybe an interesting map hiding in here. Oh, man, but I don't know if I want to redo the whole fucking thing. Oh, no. Oh, man, there's maybe an alternate map that I just thought about. Oh, but it doesn't conform to this at all. It would be totally separate. But I am thinking about now with this mechanic of like following the flow, is like if you had a mechanism to turn the stream, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the sword like changes where it's pointing, and you have to not get like caught in the flow, or else you walk along the flow. That's a different map, though. That's a different map than what we're making right now. Yeah, that one trips me up a lot, but I have to spell check since I'm not handwriting. Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we've got that, which then I mean, it almost just acts. It doesn't even really act as its own zone. It mostly acts as a. At this point, it doesn't even really act as its own zone. It's mostly a transitionary zone. Like, you're not going to be standing in there fighting, most likely. So I think we actually just delete this entirely. Yeah. And then we just draw a line there, and we put back in our, instead of an obstacle, though, it's going to be a challenging path now between these two, which is kind of interesting. Oh, wait, no. Undo. There we go. Yeah. Oh, man. And honestly, even with that, I would say that this has kind of been separated into kind of two distinct parts. With how prominent that's going to be now, I think there's now, like, I'd say there's a cut. I'd say there's a cut here. So now this is not connected to either of these anymore. And there we go. And then that's connected to that. And then these have an easy time connecting between them. But I also look at that and I'm like, well, this place should be interesting. Especially because it's going to be bordered by 3 kind of uninteresting zones. So what can we do to this one to make it a skosh more intriguing? Is it an obstacle or is it something interesting? I think it's probably something interesting. I want there to be something, because this zone is also the furthest away from the other interesting thing over here. And if this is the entrance, we're immediately hitting our players either way they go with something cool. So, so that begs the question. What are we actually doing in there? We could go back to some of this water stuff, some of this water theming. Oh, whoops. Let me just mark this as normal. Oh, no. We have it in the background, too. It's everywhere. Normal. And this is also normal. And this is something. I mean, that entire area could be difficult terrain. Ooh, especially with this cut right here. There's actually a way to get between these. If you want there to be. But it also has the difficult path. So I'm thinking about a lot of things. We could have, so this part of the arena is sunken. So we could have this part of the sword kind of almost flooding this, kind of like a delta, almost. Yeah, okay. Let's make a little piece of this kind of broken. So right there. And it's supposed to close, but then, oh no, it doesn't. And it is now spewing out water, which is why maybe there's a gentle downslope in this area, which is why this arena, part of the arena, is slowly starting to sink. And most of this side has become very marshy, very muddy, just all difficult terrain is kind of what I'm thinking about, which doesn't make this interesting anymore. This just makes it an obstacle. I guess you can debate about how interesting the obstacle is, but I think it is primarily just an obstacle. We're going to call this marshy. No. Stop fucking with the background. Marshy, muddy, difficult terrain. All right. Okay. I like that. I like it. I like it broadly. Very aquatic themed. Okay, so now we got to figure out the high ground. So the high ground circles around the entire arena. Takes a little bit of a skip there. Goes all the way around. But then... Oh, wait, shit. goes to there-ish. But then near the sunken arena, it's going to kind of cut off. But I still do want access to the sunken arena. So, going to go like that. And like that. And yeah. Honestly, the sunken arena should also be difficult terrain in this kind of diegetic reframing. Sunken arena, difficult terrain. Ooh. Okay, this seems a little harsh. I won't lie to you. I'm looking at this node map. It looks real busy in the center now. Now that I've done this. Potentially. Also, why is this? Oh, I just added that. I haven't actually thought about it yet. Oh, whoa. I have an idea. I think. Maybe. So it riffs there. Then maybe we actually don't make all of that difficult terrain. And we cut that there, and instead we have even more. We have a much more distinct sort of channel. And I wonder if there's... Ooh, but the tower's already supposed to be the C, so we could have it be like the IR. That's kind of fun. We could have it follow this kind of weird convoluted path as it like kind of tracks the I and the R. That's kind of fun. So that, like that, and then going into there. And then we go down the I, up there, whoopsie daisy, and back into there. Yeah. And then we can make this white. Wait, what? Oh, I'm confused. Why did that happen? White. We then make that normal, but into there. And this is now another challenging path. Woo! We are filling up on challenging paths, I would say. Honestly, I'm going to change this one to another obstacle path. Because we're a little bit too heavy, I would say, on the challenging. Okay. So now. Honestly, I rarely have anything like this, but I think I'm going to count this as a challenging area. This entire sunken area, because there's no fixing it. I rarely have entire challenging areas, but I think that pretty firmly qualifies. This is for a party of 8, right? In true CR Spirit? Absolutely. This is perfectly balanced for your party of 8. If you take them in, none of them will die. I guarantee it. Doesn't matter what level. Does not matter what level. They will all be fine. Unless you don't want them to be, which is valid and based. Kill them. Kill your players. And also their characters. But mostly them. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Normal. Okay. So then we've got kind of this little wraparound balcony doohickey. And we need to have a treasure here. We need to have obstacles here. I mean, there's the easy, obvious answer of like enemies. You know? And is that a good answer? I don't know. I think enemies here is a good answer. I think enemies just like generally on this top part. I think it's even possible that a lot of this bottom part has gotten not necessarily abandoned, but less used. So we're going to put enemies or adversaries. Adversaries. And by that, I mean people with stat blocks. Things with stat blocks that could actually affect our party. And they can be kind of anywhere up here. It's okay if they spread into this one. That's not the big important part. Now, brown cow. How now, brown cow? What to put here? I'm still uncertain. Because I know that I want. I like there being an obstacle there. But what to put? Can we lean into our water theme anymore? Can we have your dad up there with a super soaker? What do we think of that idea? I don't know. Okay. I've maybe got something. There might just be big ass caution tape and shit, you know? Not actual caution tape, but like a barricade of like, hey, don't fucking go this way. My other instinct is to make it even higher ground, but that seems counterproductive. I mean, it could just be more adversaries. That is the easiest answer, is that it's just more adversaries. I kind of like these almost being the poor seats, like the plebeian seats. And so then they have to have guards here to stop people from getting over to like the actual seats, essentially. So there's a guard and almost a drawbridge. So dink dink dink. Go across there. Go across like that. All right, perfect drawbridge. Never seen one better. I dare you to find a better drawbridge. And then it has this little chain that lowers and raises it. Okay, so we've got drawbridge. And I know that most of the time, you know what? What the fuck am I saying? Yeah, I was about to say I know that most of the time they're on the other side, but ignore that. But like, why should we ignore that? Put it on the other side. Why should I ignore that, Mega? That is the truth. That is the way. Let's put it over there. And so now this is a drawbridge that could be lowered or raised from that side. And then we have guards. We have and probably melee adversaries specifically. So these guys are melee adversaries. Melee adversaries. And then this entire area is going to be non-combatants. It's going to be civilians. And in between, so we're gonna say non-combatants, and that also applies. And that also applies to over there. But then in between, we're going to put NPC ally with specific boon to assist. So we're just going to leave that open. You can slot in any NPC that, could theoretically be there. And you can make the boon whatever you want. A healing potion. Any potion. A spell scroll that might be particularly useful. Just wait. You can have a table or you could have a couple options on hand. And that could be an interesting lever to pull depending on how the combat is going. So, if the combat's going really well, don't have the NPC give them much. But if the encounter is going really poorly, then the NPC can come in with something a little bit stronger. So, we've got... I think that's an arena. That is an arena. I'm debating on how much more to kind of do with it. As you can see, my drawing skills are not the best. Maybe let's try to put it into a bit more of the broad lines, shrink it to what it should actually look like. So... Oh, I almost want it on the other screen. Actually, why am I saying I almost want it? I'll just make it that way. So, we put that on there. We put this over here. And then I can also zoom it in so that I know you guys can see it. So, we're going to make this look a little bit more like the Critical Role logo. Actually squeeze it in a bit, So that's the general arena. If you don't want it to look too similar, there you go. It makes a little bit more sense as a circle. Let's all be real. But if you want a hexagon, the bestagon, then let's make a hexagon happen. So first thing I'm actually going to do is just take the hexagon from here. So this is already locked. I'm just going to draw in the hexagon. Actually, wait. What am I doing? I have a line tool. Boop. Oh, no, it's curving. No curve, no curve. No curve. Sloppiness, no. Oh, I forget how to turn off the curve. Okay, well, that's just going to be that. All right. Then we do that. Then this. Nope, not 6. I was trying to do the hotkey. L or 6. It wasn't 6, I can tell you that. Aha, it is L, though. All right. No, stop writing. All right. We've got now a beautiful, beautiful hexagon to start with and to base everything off of. So let's fill in what we need. The first thing we need is a much smaller hexagon to serve as the pit. The next thing that we will need, there we go. Oh, I almost wish I'd locked it, but I didn't. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Then we're going to redo this side to be the sunken part of the arena. And that, what is that the equivalent of? It's the equivalent of the roll in Critical Role. So it's kind of this entire segment under the roll, which I think is perfect. I think that's absolutely perfect. So we'll make this entire part the sunken arena section. So, in fact, we can just have the sunken arena. Oh, wait! This sunken arena can extend out to here. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So then, and we'll have had them build up like an external wall to kind of block it in. But it's not part of the original arena setup. So now, then we need the lake at the top, or the spring, I should say. Then we have the sword handle. That is a thin handle. Maybe it's just a very bulbous ornament on the end. It does seem a little bit bulbous. Which goes off in a very nice way that way, but a much less nice way to the left. And let's see if we can copy the line a little bit. So it kind of goes out, down, out and down, and then we're going to have it snake around into the eye, very near the rest of the sword. And come up into this like little mini pool. And then down until it kind of flows out, kind of peters out into this region. Perfect. And now, right abutting up against it is the absolutely ginormous viewing tower, which has a nice little balcony cut into it. Has a nice little balcony cut into it. Oh, wait. We don't want it to go all the way to the edge. I made the circle a bit too big. You know what? Hey, I've got tools. We've got tools. We don't need to draw everything. So we're going to make that circle kind of like that. So there's still a way around it. Perfect. And then we need to have kind of a smaller circle. Bird is being very cute right now. Yeah, hey. All right. I know none of you can see it, and that's your punishment. You know what you did. Go around that way. Perfect. So we've got this nice little balcony. Or potentially we're just seeing it from kind of an X-ray type view. Maybe the walls continue going up, but then this is where the actual tower ends. Who knows? And then, so now we've got that kind of there. Perfect. And then we've got adversaries patrolling that end. And then we need to break apart. We need to break apart our hexagon again. Once again, breaking it. It's in the dust. You know what? I should leave some of it there, though, so that I can draw up to it. And let's see. How did I originally have it? Or how did I end up having it? Whoa, I zoomed way in. Okay. So I have it kind of right there, which I think makes the most sense. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that the top part having the most room makes the most sense. So we're going to draw that and that. Oh, nope. All right. And just to drive it home a tad, let's take that, shrink it to there, and then grab an even smaller version, or, yeah. And put it right there. Yeah, there we go. So we've got our little drawbridge. And we'll have the wheel actually kind of facing the arena for potential shenanigans. We always want to encourage potential shenanigans. So putting the wheel on this side, more shenanigan potential than putting it on that side. And then even if the shenanigan potential isn't huge, you know, just want to encourage it where we can. Let me grab a vertical slice. There we go. And then we just shrink it a bit. Zoop. And shrink it a lot a bit. Zoop. All right. And then we're going to have our little contingent of melee guys. I also like this because when I introduce all these non-combatants, I think that makes it potentially quite a bit more interesting. So we have like guards. Oh god, my pen is so big. Why is my pen so large? Oh, it's not. Weird. Okay. So now we have this guy. This guy will represent all of our melee adversaries. He's a sword and board type of dude. Very mean. Don't want to get on his bad side. And then, is there any way that I could make that look more like the Critical Role bits? So we've got the other I. We've got the C. We can easily do the C. And then the A and the L. Ooh. The A and the L might end up getting... Oh, wait, I've got an idea. It's a very silly idea, but it'll work. Let's see. So let's have... There we go. All right, we're going to have our kind of holding area right there. So that goes down to there. That goes down to there. And then there's a wall right here. There's a wall or a grate of some kind, you know, hold them in. All right. And then we have our awning. We have our awning. So our awning is going to stretch all the way. Well, actually, first, let's finish the sword. So the sword goes all the way down into a mysterious hole in the wall. So there's a hole, and it's in the wall. And the water continues flowing into there. So this is all flowing water. And it's all coming from right here. And it flows down this way and off to this side. And down and out into there. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. So then that hole leaves. So now so now my idea. So we have the awning that kind of covers all of this. It covers this big shape. And we're going to put... This is going to be ad space. This is going to be ad space. This big awning that was sold to the highest bidder. And the highest bidder happened to be a fellow good friend by the name of Al Foyumes. Oh no, I need to make it smaller. Shit. No, my joke isn't working. Is Al Foyumes. Totally, and we're going to put an asterisk on that, and it's going to be legal merch. Wait, we can follow that up. Totally legal merch. And then in the fine print, source. Oh God. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do the fine print joke. That's way too zoomed in. All right, but Alf Williams, totally legal merch. And we get the AL and we get the ELE for roll. And now we just have to make the other pools. So now we have a pool here. So that's going to kind of come down this way a bit. This is going to kind of bunch up at the sides. And then come back out and back in. A little bit of high ground there if your players want to exploit that. And then back down. And out to the entire area. But we also need to make sure that we include that the tower goes down to here and that there's a little bit of, there's something mysterious going on over there, you know? Okay. And this all flows down into the sunken area. So now... That's so stupid. All right. We've got the letters. We got it. Then we have all of the other adversaries. Oh wait, we forgot the second pool. Fuck. Shit. Okay, how am I gonna do that? Oh, do I need to disconnect it? Oh, wait. I've got an idea. I've got all the ideas. Don't worry about it, dude. Okay. So no. So then we still want this kind of out there. But then we want the pools to be much more distinct. So we're gonna have it like that, but then they have this weird connecting side bit. Who could have foreseen? And then this kind of goes down to there. And has its own little pool right there. All right. And these are both, this is the bubbly, turbulent one. And this is the cool, calm, angelic, sleeping water elemental one. And there we go. All right. And now I probably should have tried harder to get that a little bit bigger so where it fills up that area, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. So now we have our good buddy up here. And he's out here doing the fucking thumb shit. Does that look like a thumb? I hope so. And he's the king. Ding 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 ding. All right. And then up here we have the evil bowman, represented by this one guy with a bow, and he's gonna have a cool hat, and the hat has a feather coming out of it, so you know he's like cool, and he's even gonna be kind of like smirking, like he knows he's cool. He knows he's cool. He's aware. And yeah. That's it. That's the map. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. This is all of the major things that would be, immediately apparent to any party. Oh, there's also a door right there. Yeah, these would be the main things that would be apparent. Yeah. I think if you really want to be funny and silly, you can really, you can force the map into looking like Critical Role. Or if you want a potentially more seamless experience that does not invoke CRs hard, I think making it circular is probably going to do you good. And you can be a lot more distinct with like the pools and where the covering is and how the entrance goes in. But broadly, the lines are the same. It's just changing up sizing here and slight shape here. It's not fundamentally going to be different from this. So you can just take either this or the other one and massage the shape to whatever looks and feels right to you. And you should be good. And if you want something even more basic that you can play around with a lot more, you could take this node map. And I mean, for example, something really simple that you could do to this that would completely change the feel of the combat is you could change where all of these are located. So let's put all of these over here. Basically all of our high ground we're going to put over there. And then well, now I'm just swapping them. So we've got all of our kind of, well, I guess this is not high ground, is it? There we go. That's the dangerous area. So that high ground's over there now, that high ground's over there. And if we do, if we do a bit of movie magic, why does that have a, oh, I know why that has a down arrow, so that doesn't belong over there. There we go. Okay. Now, if you tried to do something a little bit more like this, you'd have to delete some overlapping lines, but honestly, not too many. Like, really, we can just like take that one kind of out to there and move these two a little bit more inward. And like you've almost got something that barely even looks like there are overlapping lines. Now the main one is there and there. But you could easily make that underground passages or anything along these lines. But this map is going to have a very different feel from our Critical Role map. You can see all of the horizontal or all of the vertical separation is now between kind of two halves. So you would have like, maybe, I think I mentioned a cliff, potentially even like a small defilade, anything that is going to create this like stark kind of vertical line. And then you can kind of see almost some stair-like structures. So even if I move that one out there, it looks even, I think, a little bit better. But there seems to be like a tunnel or a stair that kind of leads us mostly down the cliff. So it's going to be tough. But when we actually get to near the bottom, yeah, there's a little bit more elevation change to go, but it's easy. Whereas if you can think about it the opposite way because the entrance is over here. Whereas if we go around, that's a little bit less of the case. If I were running this, I would probably delete these two access points, or even maybe that one, or switch up where the interesting nodes are. Maybe put the interesting node over here rather than there, like swap these two for like blue there, red there. That might make a little bit more sense for this map. But yeah, this is one of the reasons that I like making the node maps. Is it makes it really easy to move things around, to work with them differently, to set up sort of structures that maybe weren't initially obvious. And it helps me get a sense of where should I put obstacles that will really help the flow of everything. Oh, one thing that I didn't put in was an obstacle path between here and there. I implied that there was nothing there, but there was something here. So I'm thinking maybe a small pit, like a small, or no, we wouldn't want it to be any sort of anything that would stay there. You want to be able to overcome it, Maybe there's literally a set of stairs, because there's actually no obvious way into the arena except for the outside. Maybe there's a set of stairs right here, now that I think about it. Oh no, hopefully that didn't delete too much. Oh, it deleted quite a bit. Not too much, but quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, and then maybe have a little bit of a path, but it has like a portcullis or something. We need some sort of really strong defense here, that stops them from just utilizing it. But if they overcome that defense, then they can. Let's see there. All right, and then doop. And doot and doo. All right, there we go. Yeah, so maybe some stairs, maybe some stairs up. Okay, and then I could work that into this one as well. It's not too difficult. So we've got. We'll just make some stairs. I think you guys get the point. No one's going to be ripping my artwork. So I think I'll leave it there. You get the idea. But yeah, you want to have some sort of connectivity between this and this. I think that would be cool. That would be interesting. But yeah. Sick. Well, I think that is most of what I wanted to get accomplished today. I didn't end up taking any notes, which is fair. A lot of times my drawings kind of are my notes. So I'm going to rename this. This was the Crolliseum. All right. Cool. And then we'll put that into maps. Ooh, okay, yeah, there we go. All right, sick. And if anyone has anything else that they want to see me potentially turn into a map, let me know. Also, let me know if you just want to like see the map that I come up with, or if you want me to take the time to like try and put it into the more like original photo. Or if we just leave it at the map and move on. Let me know either way. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of the map. Is it a totally shit ass map that that you hate? Let me know. Cool. Thank you so much. This is sort of similar to the GeoGuessr thing, and I'm experimenting with it a little bit with the idea of like, go live and just make a map. We'll see. I enjoyed the map that came out of this, so we'll see if I keep doing it. If not, I will see you at the next Critical Role on Wednesday. Tomorrow I will be streaming. I don't know what yet. So we will see tomorrow. I'm gonna go take care of the dogs, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.